Officers from the Lansing Police Department were called to reports of a man attacking people and using racial slurs at the bus stop of the Meijer grocery store. Unknown to the officer at the...
So something about body cam videos that always sticks with me is like, especially with these, sometimes these Midwest safety videos are like in Florida, and it's like, okay, that's not really the Midwest, right? But a lot of the times when they're in like Ohio or Indiana or sometimes actually Illinois, it's just very similar to where I grew up in Illinois and where I live, and it's just very trippy to kind of look around in the like footage of the body cam and say like, wow, this looks so similar to like some area that I live near. You know, it could very easily be someplace where you like live near that this sort of thing could be taking place. So it's really crazy to think about.
Time.
Anyways.
In just moments, the officer would be fighting over his gun.
No, it's time to get it worse. Put your best camera. You want to get tased? Yeah, nope. Put your best camera.
So, spoiler alert, this crazy guy with the white shirt is the racist guy. And yeah, we're going to hear basically he was, you know, using racial slurs at these African-American people, and obviously very, very unruly behavior. And I think he actually physically assaulted them as well. And I think they kind of got into a physical altercation, and that's part of the racist tirade, is because he's mad that he like got his ass kicked a bit. You know, it happens when you're a racist piece of shit, right? But yeah, basically, I'm not gonna try to make you sympathize with this guy, but I am going to just point out a kind of dangerous situation that ends up happening to this guy. And yeah, again, not trying to make you sympathize with the person, but I think it's important to look at stuff and kind of acknowledge how it could have been worse, how things could have been very different. And we're all kind of, the officers in this case are very lucky that it didn't go differently.
Sit down.
The thumbnail for this video is kind of a sneak hint, a bit of a sneak peek of what I'm talking about. If you look at the thumbnail, you can see his bloodied face, and yeah, that's part of what's going on here. That's part of you know what the issue is.
Roger that. I'm compliant. On the curb. Sit down. I'm militant. Okay, sit down on the curb now.
I'm militant.
On the curb. Sit down. I'm militant.
Freudian slip they put in. Yeah, so I mean, that's just hilarious. That's just obviously hilarious. He is being kind of militant.
Okay, sit down on the curb now.
He fired on me 4 times.
I wonder. Oh, I forgot that's what it is, dude. Oh, I thought they like beat him up, and I think they still might have. But yeah, that's like how this whole thing started. He keeps claiming that like they were farting on him. That's his whole thing, is that he's saying that they were farting on him, and that's part of why he started going on like a racist tirade against them. So this guy is, you know, he's probably just on meth. Like a lot of the times when you see videos and people are just like completely on a different planet, the things they're saying are incoherent and nonsensical. Typically meth, you know. That's typically what you can point. It's an easy answer. You know. Anyways.
You on bond or probation?
I'm neither. Bond.
Okay.
Neither. Bond. Neither. I mean bond. Yeah. Of
So
course.
you're not supposed to be having behavior like this, right?
No, I'm not, but still. How can I not go to Myers and get my f***ing milk without being fired on?
Yeah, you know. It's a fair question, guys. Why can he not go to Meijer without getting farted on? I think we all want to know.
And y'all be letting them off their drink all god day, Turbo. You know?
Yeah, because I have time to sit here and monitor people drinking when there's people.
Bro, I'm not bitching at you.
I'm not bitching at you. I'm just, you know, complaining to you directly, you know. All right. So we're back. I just had to pull this this other video up because we're gonna reference this. But let's just get back to this.
So what do you want? You just want to go your separate ways? You just want to go home? That's all you want?
Yep.
You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. He come over here.
All right, so these are the gentlemen that the racist guy went on the tirade on. Do these guys look like they would fart on some guy just sitting at a bus stop? Do they? I mean, they seem like really great people to me. They seem very nice. You'll see in this exchange that they're all pretty chill and pretty reasonable. The fact that this guy went on such a racist tirade, you could kind of expect them to be more agitated and more upset. But a lot of them are just very chill and just explaining like, yeah, so he called us this and this and this, he did this and this and this. And so, yeah, I mean, I commend them for keeping their cool and just explaining what happened, despite being, treated so horribly. And yeah, I commend them for keeping their cool and being nice. And yeah, I don't think they seem like the type of people who would just fart on a guy, But if they did, in hindsight, I think they picked the right person because clearly the person was a piece of shit, right?
Assaulted me, and I ain't do anything. I'm sitting right here. He drunk. I told him just get away from me. I don't have to get away from you. He called me and you a here and all that old type. I said, dude, get away from me. Then he want to mess with my wife over there. Okay. And I told him, I said, man, get away from me. I keep tell him.
I'm compliant. I'm totally compliant.
Yeah, you see, it's like he knows he's drunk. He knows he's an asshole, and he's just, hey, get away. He's calling him racial slurs, and he's just gonna say, hey, he's being the bigger person, really, being just like, hey, go ahead and back up, get yourself on. He knows, he knows, that he's just a drunk asshole. Anyways.
I know.
I'm militant.
You can hand me your ID.
He said it again.
That.
Yep.
I wonder if he thinks militant means like you're being like a military, like a soldier in formation, and being like, I don't know, just like being up to code or something. Like I wonder what he thinks that means. It's so funny.
Right here, my wallet, bud. But I'm not gonna allow these to be punching me for.
We don't need to use that type of language, man.
But dude, they be calling me cracker and all this stupid shit.
Here's the thing. I see you have a knife in your pocket. I'm gonna pat you down. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Have it.
You got any other weapons on you?
No, it's not a weapon. That's a tool.
It's a knife.
It's a tool, dog.
It's a
You got any other weapons on you?
That's a tool, dog.
It's a knife. It can be used
It's not
as
a weapon. Okay, have it your way.
According to the law, it's a weapon. So I'm gonna hang on to it till the
I
end.
know about the law. I know.
So yeah, I mean, according to the law, it's a weapon. I mean, if it's being used as a weapon, actively, but I don't think you can just classify it as a weapon even when he never even, he got into a physical altercation here and he never pulled it out, right? So yeah, I don't think you can, because here's the thing is if you go and attack somebody with a tire iron, right? A tire iron isn't a weapon classified by the law just by default, but by you picking it up and going and trying to hit somebody with it, now it can be classified as a blunt object, a weapon. It can be because of the way that you're using it. So I don't think it can't. I think it could be classified just because it's on a person who is involved in this sort of altercation. It can be considered something that they want to get off of him, a weapon in that regard where it could be used as a weapon. So let's get it off of them because they're involved in this altercation. But as far as just a pocket knife always being a weapon, no matter what, that's not necessarily true. It has to be, you have to be using it as a weapon. If you are actively trying to use it as a weapon, then yeah, it is. But, he wasn't. So, and if you don't, then yeah, it isn't until you actually do. It can be used as a weapon, though.
I'm doing court until morning, Taverno. Okay?
Sit down.
No, dude, don't get bossy and authoritative with me, because I will get your superior, your ass fired. What?
Go ahead.
What?
You yell in my face?
Odds this guy gets fired. Odds this guy gets this officer fired, guys. Who wants to take the Who wants to take the odds on that?
Sit down now.
You want to scream at me?
Sit down
You
now.
want to get militant? You're spitting on me. I just swallowed spittle. I saw it. Or what? You gonna hit me?
Sit down.
Or you gonna hit me?
You want to take a fighting stance with me? You'll get tased. Real quick.
Don't.
Don't sit down.
Or you gonna hit
So
me?
you're gonna see him doing this right here. Even Midwest Safety is gonna cut back to this and reference this as him taking legitimately taking a fighting stance. And the guy is drunk off his ass, but even so, I don't think that this is like a legitimate threatening fighting stance, right? I mean, come on. This is not a very threatening, legitimate fighting stance, in my opinion. But he will end up kind of resisting and stuff. You'll see. But this guy was gonna end up in cuffs. It was gonna happen. He is militant, as he keeps saying. He is completely just like not listening, and he's not responding very well to just basic interactions with the cops here. This kind of basic interaction. They're not really even questioning him on what happened all that much, and he's just freaking out. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think this is that legitimate or like threatening of a fighting stance, but you'll see the officer says that it's a fighting stance, and Midwest Safety is going to cut back to him doing this and point out that it's like him taking a fighting stance. And I think it's kind of more sarcastic more than anything else.
You want to take a fighting stance with me? You'll get tased. Real quick.
Don't.
I mean, how threatening is he really?
Don't scream at me, man. I'm militant.
I'm militant.
If you don't know how to deal with me, then back the f*** off.
Don't put your finger in my face.
It ain't in your face.
I mean, he is getting progressively more and more aggressive. Look at his eyes. Holy shit! Like, look at his pupils. Go away. Look at his pupils. Like, they are tiny. He is cracked out of his fucking mind. I mean, yeah, he is getting more aggressive. He's getting more and more aggressive. So, say what you will, that fighting stance was kind of, I wouldn't call that super legitimate, but he is legitimately getting aggressive, and,
You're the one that's always threatened to tase me. We got it on camera. Dog, don't touch me.
He said he's saying how he's trying to swing on me.
So he went hands-on. We're cutting to the other officer's perspective, and I think we're going to be able to see more of it.
Yeah, don't, hey, bud, he's trying to beat me up again. Hey. I'm not Stevens. Get me away from him.
Slow down.
Get me away from him. He's threatening me.
Why you take a fighting stance?
I did not take a fighting stance. You gonna hit me?
Sit down.
Yeah, so you see they're showing this like it's super threatening, but it's just not.
Are you gonna hit me?
Stop.
It's like the least threatening thing about what he did.
Put your hands
No, dude.
It was more him, like, this was...
Why you take a fighting stance?
I did not take a fighting stance. You gonna hit me?
Like,
Sit
this
down.
was less threatening than just him kind of right after that, just getting in his face and, like, pointing in his face and yelling.
You're the one that's always threatened to tase me.
This is more aggressive than his fighting
It ain't in your face. You're the one that's always threatened to tase me. We got it on camera. Dog, don't touch me.
Like how he acts immediately after the fighting stance is way,
Don't scream at me, man.
this is way
I'm
more
militant.
aggressive.
I don't
If
care.
you don't know how to deal with me, then back the f*** off.
Don't put
Yeah.
your finger in my face.
It ain't in your
This
face.
part, that whole, look at his eyes, oh my god. That whole part is more aggressive than his fighting stance was.
You're the one that's always threatened to tase me. We got it on camera. Dog, don't. No!
Hey. Why you take a fighting stance?
I did not take a fighting stance. You gonna hit me?
Sit down.
Are you gonna hit me?
Stop. Hey.
I did not. No.
Hey. Put your hands
No,
behind your
dude.
back. Put your hands behind your back.
No, or what?
You're gonna get thrown to the ground.
For real?
Yes.
Or why?
Because I'm detaining
For
you
what?
because you took a
For
fighting
what?
stance with me.
I did not take a fighting
It's
stance
on my
with you.
body camera. Okay.
Okay, I hope it is.
You want a bond violation?
Yep.
So the officer says there that he's going to put him on the ground, and yeah, that's what they end up doing, and that's what we're going to talk about more.
Don't keep pushing on me, dog. Okay. Ah, don't keep doing that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Get your hands behind your back.
Oh my God, I forgot when that was in the, that's so bad. It's 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 so bad.
Okay. Ah, don't keep doing that.
Oh my God.
Get your hands behind your back. You believe me? Come on.
You might not understand just how bad that is, unless you've seen a video like this. Okay, so this guy, spoiler alert, doesn't get paralyzed, doesn't get any like super serious injuries, just like the lacerations to the head or whatever, but no like spinal injuries or anything crazy like that, thankfully. From this, he ends up being able to recover, I believe, but that's not always the case with very, very, very similar takedowns. So what we've got here, let's just review what we've got here. So his hands are behind his back.
Don't keep pushing on me.
Both hands behind his back.
Ah, don't keep.
And then
Do that.
they drive him head first into the concrete with his hands behind his back. That's what they did.
Okay. Ah, don't keep.
Hands behind his back, right there. Both hands behind his back.
Don't keep pushing on me, dog. Okay. Ah,
See both hands still behind his back.
do that.
Boom. And they drive him head first into the concrete.
Okay. Ah, don't keep
His
doing
hands
that.
behind his back.
Ah, you hurt me. Ah. Get your hands behind your back. I am. You believe me?
Okay. And this is a video from the civil rights lawyer. Cops paralyze handcuffed man and mock him, he later dies. That's not clickbait. Okay, so that's how this situation can go differently. And you're going to see just how eerily similar these takedowns are.
Yes. We'll take it.
They are eerily
My
similar.
fucking hand, guys. Hey. My fucking hand. Get my helmet. Out of my.
You can see with this guy, they didn't have him cuffed yet, but they did have his hands behind his back when they threw him to the ground.
Okay.
Not cuffed yet, but both of his hands are behind his back. They're holding both of his arms.
Get your
when they
hands behind
slam
your
him.
back.
This guy, he's already cuffed. He's already been cuffed, and he just stood up and started verbally arguing.
Get my fucking hand. Get my helmet.
This is it.
Out of my helmet. Color God.
Boom. Yeah. So he slowed it down. It's blurred.
Stop.
You hear him saying ow.
You got a rap?
It's really scary. But yeah, I mean, it's basically the same exact thing. His hands are behind his back,
Get my helmet.
and he's pushed down head first into the concrete.
Color God.
Difference with him is that he's instantly paralyzed.
Stop.
And then the officers, instead of putting in an emergency call to the ambulance, they put in a non-emergency call to the ambulance. The ambulance takes like an hour to show up. The whole time they are propping this guy up, acting like he's just drunk instead of paralyzed, and not supporting his neck, which exacerbated his neck injury, because they're moving him around after he had his neck injury, and they're not supporting his neck. And they keep telling him to stand up, keep telling him to stop messing around, when he's literally paralyzed. He was paralyzed instantly when they threw him face first into the concrete with his hands cuffed behind his back.
Stop. Color God.
Hands behind his back, boom. Face first, head first into the concrete, just like this guy. It's the exact same situation.
Don't keep doing that.
It's the exact same.
Get your hands behind your back.
The difference is this guy was paralyzed and then spent like a year in the hospital and never made a full recovery and died, versus this guy didn't get a spinal injury, didn't get a neck injury, and was able to, get through it. But the point is that this could have been a lot worse. This could have been way, way worse. And these officers are really lucky that all it ended up being was a head gash, And so, yeah, anyways, I left this comment on this video kind of leaving the same the same sentiment here. And basically, and I linked to this video, and yeah, I just didn't really see anyone else on this, talking about how dangerous the takedown was. And I just think it's important to point out, like, how dangerous. Here's this person saying that the victims were chill, just like I was saying, like, the victims were very, very chill. The people that he was racist against, they were very chill about it. They were very, 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 very chill about it. Anyways, but yeah, I just didn't see anyone else talking about how bad that takedown was, and how like they could have paralyzed the guy and killed him. I just don't see anyone else talking about that. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty, like I said, it's the exact same takedown. It just is. Hands behind his back.
Okay. Ah, don't keep doing that.
Head first into the concrete. And what do we got here? Same exact thing. Yeah. Hands behind his back. Hands behind his back. Head into the concrete. It's the exact same takedown. Very different outcome. And yeah, these officers are lucky that they didn't just paralyze a guy. And yeah, again, not trying to make him sympathetic. That's not what I'm trying to do. This is more pointing out how dangerous that was for the officers to do that, and how they could have paralyzed a guy. They could have paralyzed him, killed him. And yes, he's a racist piece of shit, but that doesn't mean that cops should, think that nobody should think that this is a okay takedown. Nobody should think that this is a good takedown. It's horrible. It could have killed him. And yeah, I mean, dangerous takedowns cause serious injuries all the time. But yeah, anyways, the rest of the video is kind of the aftermath of that. You find out more information, but that's really what I wanted to touch on. We got some of that initial interaction, how it led up to him, and then yeah, I just wanted to compare the takedown to this unfortunately fatal one. And yeah, it's scary stuff, and takedowns are really serious. This isn't the only time someone's been seriously injured from a police takedown, and it won't be the last one. And so that's why we need to point stuff out when this happens and somebody doesn't get paralyzed. We still need to point it out and say, hey, that was a really dangerous takedown. That could have gone a lot different. These two officers could have just paralyzed a guy. And yeah, I think that's what we all need to take away from that. So anyways, shout out to Midwest Safety and the civil rights lawyer for the videos, for the content. And yeah, let me know if you what video you guys want me to talk about next. And thank you all for watching.